My grandma loved to garden. My grandpa loved animals. My grandma and I would wake up early in the mornings and we would go out and weed the garden or harvest the garden. And my grandfather loved to take me to the stock sales to buy little baby animals, and I would raise them. And it was a lot of nourishment and growth just to see them start so small and to take care of them. I would just be so proud. I would say out of all the places I've ever been, it felt like home at my grandparents' house. I went through many different chapters growing up. I remember my mom and dad were very young when they had us. So trying to raise two kids when you're kids yourself kind of comes with struggles. And we moved a lot, apartments, different houses. I would hate it. I just would want to stay like everybody else. Why aren't we like everybody else? You know, you grow up in one house. My mom would waitress and work random 2-3 jobs to support us. She was single for a while. My stepdad, he seemed like a good guy. Then he started to be real like a jerk. He was a jerk to us. Police came a few times. He would fight with my mom, hit my mom, hit us kids. I had to grow up pretty quick. I was playing with Barbie dolls one day, and the next thing you know, I had to kind of be the mom of the house because she was always at work. And I had my brother and sister I had to look after. And I kind of resented my mom for it, not really, really knowing she was doing all she could for us. And so we would fight. So I would act out, and I got into a little bit of trouble, skipping school and just not really doing the things I was supposed to because I didn't have the structure that I think I needed or the adult support. I would drink as a teenager to, I guess, cope with everything I was going through. And my mom and her third husband came home and saw beer cans, and they called the police and had me arrested. They took me to juvenile, and they had a court date where they could have picked me up and brought me back home, but they said no, we don't want her to come back. Juvenile detention is not a caring place. It's scary. I cried every day. And I had counselors and evaluations where they thought that St. John's would be a good place to help me with my issues. They thought that instead of punishing me, it would be better to take me somewhere where people would care about me and help me out and teach me those life lessons that you need to know. And we pulled in, and I was very nervous. People came right out to greet us, and I was very overwhelmed, very, very overwhelmed. And they showed me my room, which was the first time I had a nice room like that. And they gave me my little bear and my Cookie Monster to make me feel comfortable. Even though I was a teenager, I got to enjoy being a kid. We would go to the library, which I never would have done at home, but I actually enjoyed it. And they would just try to get us involved in the community. So they would teach us how to budget, what bills are priority to pay. The counselors there were really nice, and they helped me a lot with, since I went to so many different schools, just made sure that I was still going to graduate on time. I graduated when I was 17, and I thought, oh, how can I go to college and work, and I'm an adult, I just need to work. I did that for about 10 years until I decided I need something better for myself. I need to make more money. I can't just keep on working 2-3 random jobs to pay the bills. And I remembered St. John's told me, if you ever want to go to college to make your life better, we will support you. We will help you through it. I didn't know if it would be true, but I reached out, and it was true. They helped me get back into school. I graduated with my associate's degree. I went on and got my bachelor degree. It's nice, it's rewarding. You work with a diverse group of students. A lot of people struggle, so I see myself in them a lot, and I try to encourage them when they think, oh, college isn't for me, or I shouldn't be here, I'm not gonna be able to do it. I like to be the one to say, no, you can. I did. Things are good. It took me a while to get to a good place, but I'm in a good place. I have a good full-time job. I have great pets. I have a home I love. We're on 10 acres and we grow lots of fruits and vegetables. I have a great husband, and now we've been married for 3.5 years, and he's the love of my life. If I were to speak to a teen at St. John's to give them some advice, I would tell them to hang in there, that people care. They will help you grow. There are good people, especially at St. John's. It's just a miracle. That's all you can say. St. John's is a miracle.